I'm Tyler Nickson. We're here at La Luna on 18th and Racine. I'm about to hang out with my buddy Manny, who's a chef at Herbal Notes. He lives right here above La Luna. He also works at La Luna, and he smokes a lot of weed. I'm rolling a fat joint for when Manny starts making a carnitas waffle, because I have a feeling I might want to eat a lot of that. This is where Manny does his Herbal Notes dinners. Was that your first time doing a dinner in your actual home? Like where you live?
Yeah. This is the first time I've been able to do that at this level. I guess the first Herbal Notes dinner I've ever done was actually in an apartment right down the street, but this was like almost 6 years.
18th?
Yeah, but this was almost 6 years ago. It was a dinner party with cannabis, and it was themed that way. And I invited all my friends at the time, telling them as such, trying to do a cannabis themed party. But like focusing on the food. And at the same time, I was at Harold Washington College, community college, and I was taking, music theory classes. So I was learning about music, even though I wanted to study food science. I was learning about music as well.
Which is funny because a lot of people say the kitchen is like an orchestra.
Like an orchestra, but it's also a science. So like I was trying to take information from both of those fields and apply them to cannabis, because that was the other big interest in my life. Learning about music and how music is structured, and wanting to put an experience together that had all those elements. So music that was like guided and had like an ebb and flow, curated by a DJ, because DJs can read a crowd and see where everybody's at, and then pick them up if need be, and then bring them back down. And chefs can do the exact same thing throughout.
Yeah, I was gonna say, because Herbal Notes is not necessarily strictly about food. Like you guys are about a whole entire vibe. Like
it's that
ambiance. And the first Herbal Notes dinner was in Chicago, and then you went to California with it because you felt Chicago just was not ready.
Well, that was that. It didn't go exactly like that. I wasn't doing pop-ups. I just did one party. So it wasn't I want to do pop-ups.
Oh, you didn't have it in your head yet, like, I'm going to do this whole entire thing. Like,
I was starting to think about it. I was starting to I had a notebook. I might still have it. And in the notebook, every page you would turn was a course. And on some high shit, I drew out that course's theme. So everything had like an ebb and flow, just like in the beginning of some kind of musical composition.
Right.
There's an exposition. The expo, that's like the first course, the beginning of it. And usually a piece ends the same way it begins.
Right.
And that would be the recap, a recapitulation.
So what would you say Herbal Notes is then? Is it a supper club? Is it a pop-up? Is it a...
Yeah, it's a culinary cannabis pop-up that primarily focuses on food, but overall experience and also message. I've worked and staged in a bunch of restaurants, but that doesn't mean like at the end of the day, that's what I wanted my life and my direction to go in. So I always kept that into consideration. And then in about 2014, I started feeling that pressure in Chicago specifically, because there was a lot of intensity in kitchens in Chicago. That I felt like it wasn't going to actually help me grow. Like this wasn't the type of structure that I really need.
I hear that.
There's different types of structure.
I said that all the time about kitchens. Is it's almost set up like school, man. And it's like.
Well, I mean, it's not really like the discipline or like the intensity. It's just that some people are assholes for the sake of being assholes, and and they treat people like shit because they feel like shit.
And it's a fake culture that I think people try to hang on to or something, like everyone's Marco Pierre White or...
Right, and it's not like a place where people can make a mistake and then learn with each other and learn how to grow from it without being hostile towards each other. And that's how a lot of turnover happens, and that's how you get a lot of inconsistency with shit. because I feel like there are a lot of chefs who are actively trying to change the culture of their restaurants because they know this shit exists. They know people in the food service industry are having a lot of trouble financially and with mental health, and you know, at the end of the day, we're the closest ones that understand each other. So it's like, if we don't take care of each other, the guests, the customers who are coming in aren't going to take care of us. No, we have to do it for each other. Like, it could be this super expensive, you know, 1, 2, 3 Michelin star place, but if you feel like they're just trying to, like, you know, the food was good, but it didn't like hit home. Right, it didn't like make me feel a certain way. Right. This one. So today we're gonna make a carnitas waffle.
Carnitas waffle.
Yep.
Okay. Awesome. What kind of pork? What is it?
This is pork shoulder.
Pork shoulder.
Basically, just gonna like fry it and get color on all sides, so it's all really brown and caramelized. This is pork fat, manteca. So good. It's important that you start it hot.
What is this?
I'm just gonna give it a little bit more love. This is cumin. Dude, this is gonna be bomb. I don't know what the fuck it's gonna be like, but it's gonna be bomb.
I think it's smart. I mean, it's
gonna be. I mean, people eat fried chicken and waffles. Why can't you have everybody loves Mexican food, so why can't you have carnitas and waffles? So, twice fried pork.
Yeah, I learned a lot about that with you actually.
So, you know,
so what, like Michoacan style, I've heard you refer to it as kind of like more steak, and then Midwestern, like how we're regional cuisine. Sure. More of a meat and potatoes kind of style. Heartier food.
Yeah.
So that there's no excuse for any home cook out there, honestly, or actual line cook out there.
Yeah, take your fucking time.
Like, there's no reason to be a dead end cook, man. You can do a damn dinner party in your house, you know?
Yeah. This is the PAX 3. I actually really love this thing because of its versatility. So what I'm scraping out here, some flour that is already spent. And it's basically a smart bowl. You control it from your phone. You control the temperature. You pack your flour in here, or if you have PAX concentrate, you can remove this mouthpiece and plug in a cartridge on top, and then vaporize oil, safe oil from a licensed dispensary.
And you grind it, but this is ground as well.
So this is already spent, but you can use this for infusions as well.
Oh, really? Because it's already activated?
It's already activated. Get like a richer brown. Just prepping the veg for the aromatics for the carnitas.
So this is what's going to go into the pan before you put the lid on it?
Yeah. Just basically like kind of braise it together. Yep. Black is yellow.
Yellow on
Spanish. It'll eventually making the salsa with the meat.
With the meat, and then you're making the salsa also.
Right.
The meat. Yeah. Yep.
So now I'm just gonna bring it up to a boil.
Oh, so you're not bringing the heat back up?
Just to boil, and then I'll drop it back.
Drop it back onto the center. Okay, so what do you have in this pint container?
I have all-purpose flour, corn flour, baking powder, baking soda, salt, sugar. Yeah, I wanted to kind of really try to marry it with this whole idea of carnitas and waffles.
Right.
So it's buttermilk, vanilla, and coriander.
Buttermilk, vanilla, coriander. Okay.
Urkel Keef.
Purple Urkel.
Yep, so for like the last 15 minutes of simmering. So probably 1/8 of a gram. You don't need a whole gram.
What are you looking for pulling it out?
I'm just pulling the meat out and separating it from the sauce. And
Okay.
all that stuff I'm gonna put into the molcajete and add some lime juice and season it.
Do a little rough chop before you put it in there. Do you
Crushing up the garlic.
There's some pork in there. That's good though. That's flavor if there's a little pork in there. Yeah, that's just making the sauce better. Really good.
You gonna cut it?
Man, this is really, I can already taste everything. Yeah, I think you should cut it. There we go. This is where the magic happens. This is what makes the $100 difference between dinner and regular dinner. Get all the nice fatty pieces.
So yeah, just adding
Just the sauce from the pan.
Yep, this is the pan salsa. So all the aromatics and the beer braise.
Got these tomatillo seeds in there.
Milpa, tomatillos, jalapeno, cilantro.
Just microgreens. Texture and flavor.
And we also have this infused chile aceite. So chili oil. And different sesame seeds, pumpkin seeds, and guajillo chilies and pasilla chilies. All fried together basically, blended together. And this is the oil byproduct, super flavorful. And then we infuse that with cannabis.
Damn.
And we finished it on.
Do you usually use THC or CBD?
I do both.
You do both?
Yeah, this is actually a 2-to-1 ratio. So this is 2 milligrams of CBD and to 1 milligram of THC.
Is there a specific reason why you do blends? Do you blend for?
Yeah, to create a mini entourage effect going on, so that
so you're not just like
it's not just straight THC for the sake of getting high. You know, it's the full cannabis experience for the sake of becoming well.
Carnitas waffle. I fucking love it. And it gets you high. Herbal notes in one bite. You can eat this straight.
Chunky on the waffle.
Yeah, I would eat this over fried chicken and waffles any day of the week. The more talking, the better. I'm gonna finish the plate though. I can chill on this. I'm good. This is fucking awesome. This is really dope.
That's unreal.
And it's like one of those one pan dishes, you know? I'm taking all of these.
Yeah, take your hand.
All right, that was Chef Manny Mendoza of Herbal Notes. You can catch him on Instagram at Herbal Notes, all one word. It's his test kitchen. We're in Pilsen on 18th and Racine. He showed us how to make infused pork carnitas and waffles. It was fucking awesome.